Yeah, you staged it! You staged it! Stacey, you staged it! Beautiful presenter! Child abuser! You staged this! You're a child abuser! You child abuser! You child abuser! Where's Jimmy Savile? Where's Jimmy Savile? Get back! Traitor! You child abuser!
Paedophile protectors!
You paedophile!
Oh, go.
Blimey, what a spectacle. If you've ever wondered what it looks like when the polished facades of modern British politics take a nosedive into full-on pantomime, today's your lucky day. Grab your crumpets and a cuppa, my dear viewer, because we are about to take a front row seat to the Westminster slapstick special starring none other than Sir Keir. Why do they hate me? Starmer and his trusty sidekick David Diplomacy in a Ditch Lammy. It's the political duo no one asked for, but everyone gets to watch Flea in glorious high definition. Before we show you the video footage, I'd like to ask you a small favour. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Picture it, a brisk day outside a conference hall, the air thick with British passive aggression, slowly transforming into active, shouty, deeply frustrated energy. And just as Starmer and Lammy strut out, presumably expecting a few polite claps, a couple of questions from the press, maybe even a well-timed camera flash, they instead meet a chorus of jeers, chants and faces that say, "We paid for those energy bills with our dignity and now we want a word." Now, in any other universe, a pair of political veterans might assess the crowd, nod thoughtfully and say, "Right then, let's hear it." But in our reality, oh no, it was more of a "quick Dave" to the Vauxhall Astra, they're shouting again type of moment. Security fumbled like it was their first day on the job. People waved placards with the kind of fury usually reserved for reality show eliminations, and the streets transformed into a full-blown carnival of democratic discontent. Honestly, it was like watching a Shakespearean farce, but with fewer soliloquies and more furious finger-pointing. And let me tell you, the British public don't just boo. Oh no, they boo with nuance. They boo with a sense of historical betrayal, like you borrowed their last tea bag and never returned it. There were shouts about energy bills, climate betrayals, immigration backpedals and Palestine. Oh, it was a buffet of grievances, served steaming hot, and Starmer and Lammy were the main course. It said a politician should never look rattled, but there they were trying to maintain that stiff upper lip composure while being chased down like a pair of misbehaving teens trying to sneak out of Tesco with a packet of hobnobs. Starmer tried his best statesman face, which unfortunately under pressure resembled a man who's just realised he left the oven on. Lammy, meanwhile, wore the expression of someone wondering if a diplomatic passport can be used to phase through walls. Now, someone needs to be fired, not literally, this is a parody, don't come for me, but who planned this media exit? Who thought, let's just wander out the front like we're the Beatles leaving Abbey Road, and didn't consider that maybe, just maybe, the crowd wasn't in the mood for a fan meet and greet? It was amateur hour. No back exit, no proper buffer zone, just straight into the arms of discontent. Social media naturally had a field day. The footage hit the internet faster than you can say unfavourable optics. Every angle, every slow motion flinch, every awkward wave, it was all clipped, shared, memed and remixed into oblivion. Twitter/X turned into a political piranha tank. TikTokers mashed the footage with Benny Hill music. Instagram flooded with carousels titled "When You Realise the Voters Aren't Buying It Anymore." And don't even get me started on the snarky YouTube shorts. "When Your Policies Come Back to Haunt You," UK edition. And in the middle of it all, our beloved Keir and David, walking metaphors for the growing gap between the political elite and the increasingly peeved public. Starmer tweeted some safe line about supporting peaceful protest and condemning intimidation, which is political speak for "that was embarrassing, but let's pretend I'm above it." Lammy issued a press statement that sounded like he was trying to audition for the Great British Bake Off. Polite, a bit flustered and hoping no one notices the cake is on fire. Behind the scenes, pandemonium. Labour aides reportedly scrambling like chickens on roller skates, trying to patch the optics, spin the headlines, and maybe find someone, anyone, to blame. It was the security team. The protest was bigger than expected. The wind blew them into the wrong crowd. Honestly, they might as well have said Mercury was in retrograde. And oh, the whispers. One junior staffer apparently sent a warning text before the whole ordeal. "Crowds look a bit spicy today. Maybe we don't go out the front." But of course, that got lost in the great game of bureaucratic hot potato. What could have been a minor hiccup became a full-blown Westminster faceplant. Meanwhile, the media's dining out on this like it's Christmas pudding season. Stormed by the people, they cry, "PM chased in the streets." Headlines are frothing, roundtable debates are already booked, and Sunday morning shows are drafting in historians to compare this to the poll tax riots. That's right, Starmer just got metaphorically thatchered by a mob of ordinary folks with loud voices and louder placards. And the protesters? Oh, they're buzzing. They didn't just shout, they made the front pages, they broke through the PR facade, past the curated photo ops and straight into the national conversation. And they did it with the kind of passion that says, "We've had enough of being ignored and we're not afraid to let you know." Loudly, publicly, and probably again next Tuesday, inside Labour HQ, some are panicking. "We can't look weak," they moan. "Reform UK will eat our lunch." Others are arguing, no, this is democracy in action. Let them shout, it shows we're open. But all agree, this moment, it's sticky. And not the good kind of sticky, like a treacle tart. It's the kind that clings to your reputation like an old scandal you thought the tabloids forgot. So now begins the great damage control tour. Expect town halls, listening sessions and policy announcements hastily stapled together like a dodgy IKEA shelf. Energy relief? They'll promise it. Climate pledges? They'll repackage it with a shiny bow. Housing reform? You bet. Anything to distract from the image of Starmer ducking behind a slightly confused police officer while someone shouts, "Lies!" with the passion of a Shakespearean actor mid-soliloquy. And if you think this ends here, oh bless your optimism. Protesters are now emboldened. They know where the exits are, they've mapped the routes, and they've got chants ready for the next appearance. Storm at the Hall is now a blueprint. Expect more. Town councils, universities, coffee shops. If there's a microphone and a mildly annoyed crowd, chances are someone's already printed a placard. Now let's talk fallout poll numbers. Expect a wobble. Not catastrophic, but enough to make some MPs eye their marginal seats like they're standing on a rapidly melting ice floe. Party discipline. Expect stern emails. PR. Oh, those poor press officers are pulling all-nighters, trying to find one clip where Starmer doesn't look like he's sprinting for dear life. Opposition parties are cackling, Tories are tweeting things like "can't even leave a building without chaos," while sipping their tea with glee. Reform UK is salivating. The Greens are probably planting a tree while quietly mumbling "told you so." It's the gift that keeps on giving for everyone but Labour. And what about us, the public? We get to watch this delightful train wreck unfold like it's the new season of our favourite binge-worthy show. We don't even need popcorn, just a decent internet connection and a working sense of irony, because nothing screams "we've got it under control" like being chased down the street by your own constituents while muttering about peaceful dialogue. So what have we learned? Never underestimate the British public's capacity for orderly fury. Never assume a front door exit is safe in a time of crisis, and never ever believe your own press release about how connected to the people you are until you face them, up close with a camera rolling and a megaphone in your ear. And as for Keir and David, well lads, next time try the side door, or maybe just stay in and zoom it. Safer that way. Pip, pip.